Previously on The Lost Art.
What would you say if I were to tell you that linking books actually exist?
I wouldn't believe you.
Well, let's put it this way. How would you like to see Dunny for yourself?
I know there's much to explore, but let's not forget our standing orders. We're here to look for linking books. I don't think I have to tell you, but whatever you do, don't touch anything that looks like those linking panels Zarek told us about.
Doesn't this remind you of those paintings?
We were supposed to stick together.
I just needed to see if it was still here.
What?
Someone I knew designed that window. And there used to be books here, but I guess they've been moved.
Lieutenant Calver has gotten access to the building near the plaza. He thinks the DRC stored stuff there and wants our help. It's this one.
Oh yeah, I know that place. That's where I met Nick. Nick White, the guy who taught me Dunny. The DRC used the rooftop of that building as one of their workplaces.
What the hell? What just happened?
Presumably that's what it looks like. Linking.
Presumably linking? What happened to don't touch anything? Who knows where she is now?
Dunny. Cavern city of ruined beauty, wonder, secrets. The Dunny people possessed a remarkable art, the power to create portals to other worlds. They have long since moved on, yet their city remains, and so do their mysteries. The cavern has been sealed for years, yet now there are some who think it might hold a solution. We're desperate, so we're going back. We're returning, descending to the deep in search of the lost art.
I've never seen anyone link. But what else could it be?
I think it was an accident, Colonel. Morgan probably just meant to point at the image.
It doesn't matter. We better go after her. I don't have my pack.
Oh, I have plenty of water, and Gabe
Hold
has
on.
his.
How are we gonna get back?
That's Teledon. I know you can link back to the city using a book inside the mushroom.
Inside the mushroom?
The one with an elevator.
Oh, that takes me back.
What, this vest? Oh, I found it in one of the boxes.
It smells a bit moldy.
I also found these journals. They're in English, so they must be notes the DRC made.
They smell a bit moldy as well.
You can help me check the rest of the boxes, while Katya reads these. Might as well check them for mold, too.
Oh my God.
What?
The Dunny marriage ceremony lasted 5 days. What? If you had my relatives.
Oh, wow. I think there's some kind of interference. Our locators aren't working. Well, of course they wouldn't.
We're no longer in Kansas, Dorothy.
Colonel?
What can I say, Zarek? I'm an old film buff. The good doctor's referring to the fact that we no longer have access to the GPS data.
I can't see her.
No response using the AM transceiver either. She can't have gotten that far, so something must be blocking the signal. Well, that's just fantastic. Can't believe she didn't wait for us.
Don't blame me.
I'm just saying.
Wait a second, does anyone know we are here?
There wasn't time, and I have to admit, the whole linking thing threw me right off. Ugh, oh great. Not only is Morgan MIA, but now we are as well. You have a look in that direction, but since the locators aren't working, just be back here in an hour.
Wait, is it wise to let him go off on his own?
Oh, I'm sure he knows everything there is to know about this place.
I'll be fine.
We better get that elevator working then.
There you are. What did you think you were doing?
I waited for half an hour.
Half an hour? No, it couldn't have been more than a couple of minutes before we followed. Don't shoot!
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Are you alright?
You shot me!
Surprisingly not on purpose. Zarek, what is that?
That was Shroomy. You would have been okay. You're not a flapper.
You can push that button all you want, but I don't think there's any power getting to it.
Well, what about that thing we saw out here? I bet that shaft drives some mechanism inside the mushroom.
So it stands to reason that there must be a generator?
Flashing button. Now if that doesn't shout push to you.
Something moved when you did that. Try it again.
You're right, something definitely...
Whoa! Huh.
See? I knew button perseverance would come in handy.
Well, normally the PhD gets to push all the flashing buttons.
Say what?
Never mind. This appears to be some kind of scope.
What on earth did you do?
It just happened when the sun... Oh, this can't be a sun. If it was, this place would be rotating so fast the winds would reach tornado speeds. The whole landscape would be flattened and we definitely wouldn't be standing here having this conversation.
I didn't mean to touch the book.
Alex said he thought it was an accident. And we've got to get back there.
I'm sure I came this way.
Hold on a minute. I can't get through to the kernel. This rock must be blocking the signal. Wait, Morgan. I think I have some maps of this place.
What's this flashing light?
I think it's a maintainer mark.
A what?
A kind of safety certification.
But...
Morgan. I think it might be quicker this way.
Shroomy. Short for giant creature who gnaws on mushrooms?
This looks like some kind of calendar. Morgan, all that time you were working in the archives with those paintings of Teledon, you never thought to ask?
Sand paintings aren't of real places either. Now, if you'd had photographs of this place, I bet you did, on those view screens.
We really have to get back. They don't even know I found you.
Hey, I can see them. Hey!
You can't honestly think they can hear you.
And it wasn't just their class structure that was a bit off. The Dunny kept slaves.
I thought you worshipped the Dunny.
What? I never said that. No, it's this place I love. I know the Dunny weren't perfect. And the slave trade, though illegal, was unfortunately one way that some of the Dunny amassed their wealth.
This is where they kept the slaves.
Slaves?
It was in one of the journals. A fellow named Manesmo owned this age. He harvested the mushroom spores for bread, but he was also trafficking people.
There's a hole in the roof.
And shackles.
Oh, let's get out of here, Zarek. This place is giving me the creeps.
That makes 60 revolutions per hour. So you're saying that time is passing slower here than back home? Hang on. Does this mean that when we get back to the cavern, they'll all be 1,000 years old, and we won't have aged a day? Hey! Damn it, woman!
She did wait for us. What?
Nothing. It's... Never mind.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. The time dilation between the cavern and this world has a factor of about 20. We waited approximately 2 minutes before we followed her through the link, during which time more than half an hour would have passed for Morgan.
Time dilation? That's why the sun goes...
No, it would be affected by the dilation too. Also, it isn't actually the sun of this planet. Such an astronomical object couldn't possibly be orbiting like that, not without some seriously heavy thing as the center of rotation.
And by serious...
I mean massive black hole kind of serious. Something that would swallow up Teledan in no time if it was as close to the planet as it would have to be.
Huh.
Whatever it is, the Dunny somehow used it to power their machinery, at least indirectly.
Which means that hopefully we've got the elevator working.
Zarek?
He was right.
Who?
Richard Watson of the DRC. When I met him in 2025, he mentioned the beauty of this place. And it is. Beautiful, I mean.
Oh, for crying out loud, where are they now?
Hey, there are 2 engineers on the stairs over there. I think they're having an argument.
Oh, lovely.
How on earth can you see that?
Before you guys got here, I hooked this up. Figured it might come in useful. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Will the 2 engineers on the stairway stop fighting? You're upsetting Miss Lenchek.
That actually worked. Well done, Lieutenant Fix-It. Oh my god!
That's interesting. A few centimeters to the left and...
Where have you been?
Didn't you know?
we didn't have time to tell anyone.
Will you guys stop that?
You are absolutely not going to believe this.
We saw an alien.
Her name is Shroomy.
I'm just saying.
Don't ask.
At least you didn't get shot.
What?